Good morning, guys. Lillian with Lily Ray's Collection. Today I am back with a share. I'm going to show you how to DIY washi tape. How to make your own washi tape out of gauze tape, glimmer mist, my homemade glimmer mist, and permanent black ink that you'll use. Also some stencils. I'll be using as well the Distress Ink Oxides. These are just the Distress Inks. I do have some oxides. So this is the first example that I have for you. I don't know if you could see the shine, but I used some homemade glimmer mist. Let's see if I could get that. Well, it's shiny. You see that? It's faint numbers and also some music notes. So I did that with the stencil, Tim Holtz stencil, and also the stamp. I use this Tim Holtz stamp stencil. Alright, so this is the gauze tape, right? This is what you use when you get injured and you want to hold a bandage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just place, I have some wax paper down, and I'm going to tear it because we don't want that line to be straight, right? And we're just going to do 3 of them. You don't have to pull it too hard. I'm just pulling it to stretch it, to get it off the roll. But when you place it down, make sure that it's not too tight, you know, that it's pretty loose. Just like that. Okay. You can create a stencil and do this, you know, the same way. You get the same effect. But make sure that when you use your ink, your black ink, that it's permanent ink. This is a VersaFine, and this is a pigment permanent ink. Alright. Let's see, I wanted to use, I also have this color box, which is pigment ink, archival. See that? It says pigment archival. So this is a good ink to use for the last step. So for this particular step, what I'm going to do is, what am I going to get? I'm going to use these 2 colors. These are my alcohol inks. I mixed them up myself. These are the Tim Holtz inks. So what we're going to do is, you could spray it right on. If I had something to cover this side, I could do that. Let me use, oh, I know, let me use this. I'll use this, and just gently, you want to spray it. Take a brush, and this has sparkles in it, glitter. I think I'm going to mix the 2. Hello? No? I guess this doesn't want to come out. We don't want to mess. You just want to put a hint of the purple in there. Okay, so now you have the green and the purple. I have to clean out the nozzle of this. They clog pretty easily, which I hate. But anyway, I think I want to put another splash of the... This is Mermaid Teal. Alright, so we're going to let that one dry. And then I'm going to move on to the second one. So I'm just going to cover this one like that. Oh, excuse my sniffles. I'm going to use Victorian Velvet, and I'm going to do that by just rubbing that onto my mat with some broken china. Rubbing that onto my, I said mat, it's the wax paper. And then I'm going to I'm going to hit it with some, this is alcohol ink, white glimmer mist. I'm going to go ahead and just give that a spritz. And then we are going to I like them light, so if you want it a little darker, you can do that as well. And then some more Victorian Velvet. And it's just to give the background some color. Okay, all right, that's gonna dry. Now this one I'm going to attempt to make it dark. So we are going to use what are we going to use? Let's use I just love my purples. Let's use faded blue jean. No, I'm going to use this one with why don't we use the yellow? And these are oxide inks. Okay, so I'm going to smush these over on this side. And then again right here. And then I'm just gonna spray some water. You don't need a lot of water, you just need a little bit. And then I'm gonna take my brush and just wipe it on this wax paper. I'm gonna use the yellow first. And then of course the brown. which is walnut stain. You can match these to your projects. You can also do this using vellum. I don't have any vellum, I'm out, but I want to pick that up so that I could demonstrate that as well. Okay, so that's that. Now let's go back to the first one to see if it's dry. Let me just use my heat gun. Alright, so that's dry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this pigment ink, and I'm going to use this white one on this green and purple one. And again, it has to be archival ink, otherwise it'll run. You need permanent ink. Is my pad dry? Or is this too light? I think the pigment ink may be too light. Maybe I'll use the light pink. Yeah, maybe too light. Okay, so let me use this one. This is velvet. Let's try this. Oh, you know what? Doi, I can't use this one because this is not permanent. It has to be black, because that's the only other permanent ink I have. So let me go ahead and dab it. And then we're going to press, press, and press. Okay. So that's one. All right, we're going to use this as a second stencil, stamp, and I'm just going to use the top of it and kind of dab it along. Let's see, in different directions. Okay, and that's just to start. And then the butterfly, we're going to take one of the wings. Okay. And this is where you should have the wax paper, because when you stamp, it's going to go on your mat on your desk, and you don't want to ruin your desk. Okay, so that is just to start there. Now, let me just wipe these down a little bit. Okay. Now I want to take this stencil and I want to just kind of place it right on top. Let's see if we can do all three together. No, we can't. So I'm going to do maybe right there. This has some ink on it, so I'm just going to turn it. And again, this is just to give you a background, a faint background along with the other ones. And there you have it. And then we can kind of turn it like this. Dab it just once. I mean, it depends how dark you want your impression to be. Okay, and then I'm going to do it this way. We want this to be random, right? Okay, so now if you wanted to spray this again, you could, because this is permanent ink. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spray it, all of it, with this Glimmer Mist, homemade for me. Oh, let me just dry that ink a little bit, making sure that it's dry. And then I'm going to spray it. And again, you take your time with doing this. This is a quick tutorial for you guys as a Freebie Friday. And then this is waxy paper, so I'm just going to go ahead and let me dry that one more time. You can customize your washi tape. And then you could just wrap it around something, anything that you want to keep your washi tape on. You could use a spool, like a thread spool, or you could use, look how pretty that one came out. Isn't that pretty? Let me just put it down so you guys could see. And there's no direction on these. And that's the point of the washi. I can't even see it. Here we go. Oh my goodness. This one is really stuck down. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Make sure it doesn't roll onto itself. And they stick. Look how pretty. That is your homemade washi. So you could customize this the way that you like. You could even keep them like this, so when you're ready to use them, just peel them. You just have to make sure that the background is either glossy, matted, but that it will not stick. Like on regular paper, you'll peel it up, but the stick will go away. Or you can just put double-sided tape behind these if you need the stick, or even glue. But this is your homemade washi. Alright? Alright guys, well, that's it for today. Today's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And thank you for joining me today. Please like, share, and subscribe. Take care.